So welcome everyone. Let's see. Wait, is my character small? Let's see, I can make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. Huh? Let's see. I forgot what the size, the regular size was. I'll set it to that one. Okay. So, Billy, thanks for redeeming first.
Silent. The dead would die again for a chance to talk.
Still, we'll see how far we can get. I'm still a little bit sick, so might be a lot of water breaks. So we're gonna try to do August's story and also the second half of the UTT because I think we only did 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've been taking what's it, medicine and also doing some vitamin C and hot water. So I have the vitamin C powder thing I did for water, and then I have I think hot water to think, but that's kind of now like warm water now. So yeah, we had either today and tomorrow to finish these quests, so that's why I want to try to finish it. I was gonna do it like the other days, but I'm like, yeah, I wasn't feeling that well to actually do any of them. Let's start August's story. The Red Wall. In the darkness, a burning gaze. There she lingers, in search of truth. Is what she sees reality, or is it a ruse? Stage 1. Near or far? Southern Town.
Damn it.
Oh goddamn, civilization at last. Night has fallen and a woman is riding boots stop along a sandy road. Ahead of her lies a house topped with a wooden cross. And beyond it, a forest of apricot trees extend all the way to the foothills of the Guadalupe mountain. Ha! Civilization. Turn over every rock in Texas before even finding that. But a sweet water town like this will do. Yeah, it will do. To call this a one-horse town would be an insult to horses, but it's somewhere to rest her boots. August stashes her jeep nearby and starts walking. Her experience has taught her what waltzing into such a town in a car is usually unwelcome.
Although...
We ain't far from the border here. Shoot, I might have saved time flying to Mexico. The mercenary takes out a folded piece of paper from her pocket and turns it over. White and blue, with black pixel forming letters and numbers. The ink is worn away, leaving nothing unrecognizable in the flight except the boarding time. It's a flight ticket. Forward to this place. It's been a long drive.
I ain't got a clue.
What was it even for? I gotta get this straight when I find...
Fine.
Never mind. Same old pattern. Knock on every door. Ask the same old question. Get ready for friction. Let's go. The melody of 99 bottles of beer wraps in from the edge of the town, accompanied by the clicking of glasses. No matter where you go, you'll never find a better source of leads than a watering hole.
There you are.
The mercenary hunts with her ears instead of her eyes tonight. She follows the melody down the street and into the bar.
Hey.
Howdy. Get me a mug of... She looks around as she considers the order. Those gathered are playing cards and drinking. The tables are parted over with empty cups and plates. It's long past any respectable meal time. All Argus can order is a drink, rather than chance it on whatever would still count for food at this hour. Blackjack! The bartender meets the newcomer. Wait, the bartender's eyes the newcomer, confused, as if he wasn't quite understood those words. Pardon? You're in the wrong place, Yankee. What are you trying to impress with us? With all that? Not that it's half bad get up, but a cowgirl you ain't. How about you take off those chaps and give them here? Not like you put them on any use.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez. Were you talking to me?
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, little fella. In fact, I almost missed you.
What?
What the hell are you trying to?
Besides,
Oh, one more thing. I ain't no Yankee. What do I gotta do? Whistle? Blue Rose of Texas for you to prove it? Oh, come on. Give those ears and eyes of yours of those in need if you ain't using them. What is it those suits back in Austin say? Alright. Peace and love. It's Digger's motto. Peace and love. Looks like you folks could use some of that. She smiles, tapping her guns carelessly, a habit she never truly kicked. The bartender signals the drunk man to calm down before he shoots. He reaches for his own pistol, catching him just in time, then snaps his finger to grab her attention.
Hey.
Hey, whoa, ma'am, easy. I'm sure he didn't mean no offense. Ain't many new folks that come around here, much less the kind that orders a blackjack. I wager most of these lushes never ever heard of it.
so
You got it or not? I do. The bartender puts down his hand and starts pouring whiskey, his eyes fixed on the Argus's gun. His own is just under the bar, but he has his doubts he could outdraw her. It's on the house. Take it as apology. A beer jug is put on the counter. The bartender struts his shoulders, indicating that there's no whiskey glass on offer.
Deal?
You gonna stay friendly? Save it, friend. I got the money. But if you're fixing to apologize, answer will do better than drinks. The bartender frowns. You a ranger? Damn, you ain't lying then. You really ain't got many new faces around here, do ya? I expect blackjack drinkers to be a rare sight, but usually confusing me for a cop. Only cop around here is the county deputy, ma'am. Then you must watch too much TV. August glances at the jug and drags it to her side. It'll do.
Huh.
Ain't much to do around here, ma'am. The next episode of Law and Justice is about all we get to look forward to.
All right, Mr. Attorney. Have you seen a Texan girl about 5'3", chestnut-colored hair, green eyes?
She takes out a few bills from the pocket, along with the flight ticket. The bartender moves the money over to the pile. He fiddles with the stack while answering Argus's question without any signs of interest. Not that I ever seen.
What?
You sure about that? Think harder. Argus rubs her fingers across the flight ticket. Her tone says it's plain. This is not an answer she can accept.
This place don't get visitors every day, ma'am. I remember the faces of everyone who comes in here, and there's no way I'd forget a girl like that. Huh.
But if that girl did come here, and now you're looking for her, well, it ain't that a good sign.
What?
What do you mean? Last time now? You really ain't a cop? How about you stop asking questions and start giving answers pronto? Her hands hard pounds on the counter as a warning. Yeah, you ain't a cop. But I still don't get you. Coming in here like Johnny Law with that shotgun? What's your angle? Don't you know? The bartender stops mid-sentence, taking a moment to look around. Huh? No what? What is it? Cat got your tongue? If it's money you want, just say so.
Hey,
You're here on a pilgrimage, ain't you? Damn it all, I should have known. The way you played with that gun, that hungry look in your eyes, and your questions. Gah. That dump out there is not worth it. And I'm sure the girl you're looking for is not. The mercenary runs out of patience. She interrupts the bartender with a swift motion. As her dagger and a wad of cash smashes on the bar top. Enough dancing around the subject. I ain't in the mood for it. Two choices. Say what you're fixing to say, or point me to someone else who will. The bartender says nothing. He stares down at the flight ticket, now flattened by the dagger. Fort Worth, you drove all the way down here to look for this girl? No one passes through this town. Least of all Yankees, unless you got something you're looking for, and I ain't talking about the view.
hey.
Hey, Daryl. The bartender calls out to the familiar face of the customer that has argued with Argus. Yeah?
God damn it.
I said I ain't a northerner. The lady here down from Fort Worth looking for a wall and a girl with a chestnut colored hair, green eyes.
Hey, I did mention a girl, but I ain't said nothing about no goddamn wall.
Hey, I did mention a girl. Oh, she said that already.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Jesus. As August looks at the man, he stands up, strangely sober, and rushes towards the door. Thanks for the luck, Panzer. Faster than August has no time to react. Congrats on second. What are you? She's an effing merc. Grab the deputy. I'll hold her here.
What?
No. What? What the hell is going on? I'm sorry, ma'am. Like I said, the wall ain't no place for pilgrimage. And I ain't about to stomach any more of your questions. The bartender pulls his revolver out from under the counter. He managed to bring it to bear on August too fast for her to draw. Not even a greenhorn can miss the shot on this range. No.
Pal,
Chill, pal. Where's that Texan hospitality? To be continued. What are the clues? August will note down information she gleans, helping her negotiate with her target more efficiently. Okay. So there's 8 stages. Stage 2. Not visitors. Thanks, Millie, for giving gift sub to Dashin. There's gotta be some kind of misunderstanding. Afraid not, ma'am. She's no longer the one holding all the cards. And what happened to if that goes off? An uninvited mark from out of town, one brandishing her gun. I think the deputy will understand. If he even gets called, maybe he'll just take a trip out to the wall of yours and we'll paint it another shade of red. And if need be, I'm sure your friendly local deputy will vouch for us.
What?
I still have no goddamn idea what you're talking about. What wall?
God damn it.
You talking like the Alamo or something? The bartender motions his revolver up and down. August just raises her hands and slowly steps back.
Listen, pal.
Alright, I see I hit her nerve. I got a wallet. You want to grab it? Take anything you want except the photo. Go on. Heck, you might want to check the photo if you like. Maybe it'll remind you of something. Don't move. August just doesn't even have to turn her head to know what the other patrons have blocked the exit. Escape seems unlikely without some help. We really gotta do this? Can't we talk? There's no need to get rough. She stammers out again, but she catches the bartender as his eyes drifts from her to the door. There are footsteps outside, every step coming closer, noticeably slower, as if from a limp.
Hey.
Bars close.
Oh, it's you.
Who is it? This is her chance.
Although...
Not sure who it is, but I'm guessing your deputy ain't got a hobble. The words come along with a swift roundhouse kick. The revolver is kicked from his hand and falls. Time seems so slow. But not for Argus. He grabs the revolver from the air and hops over the counter at blinding speed. In a flash, the muzzle is against the bartender's temple, and her arms locked his neck from behind. She's back in control before anyone can pull a trigger.
Sorry.
Let me be clear, folks. I'm still not looking for trouble.
Hey.
But hey, new guy. Best you leave now. The newcomer is tall but thin as an old wood post. Ignoring Augus's warning, he moves straight to the counter as if unaware of the scene. A bundle of fur draping over his shoulder covers his face. He places them on the counter, making an audible thud as a deadly quiet bar.
Среда. Увидимся в следующем месяце.
Wednesday. See you next month.
What?
Is that Russian? Wait, why is his leg bleeding? The newcomer seems completely out of place in the room. As she takes his money from the counter, August realizes that no one has made any sound since he came in. You need any help? No. August understands nothing of the man's words, but upon hearing no, the strange figure nods and limps his way towards the door. August has no intention of lowering her guard. She keeps an eye on the newcomer until he exits the bar. Alright, pal. New question. Who was that? The deputy will be around any second, lady. Whatever you want, you ain't got it. You ain't gonna. Argus pushes the muzzle hard against his temple. Again. Ain't no deputy here now, is there? So best take you before you speak.
Huh.
He brings in those furs and takes our money. We just do business, that's all. He's a hunter, bringing in fresh meat and fur from time to time. Why? What's it matter? Thought you said there was nothing worth hunting around here. No? He drives down from Oklahoma or Colorado maybe. Wait, why is that any of your business? Do I really got to remind you of your situation? Shame. Fine. Back to my first question. You want to answer it now?
Get out of here.
Cut the crap, Adam. You weren't even around when your sister died. What right do you got to say anything? Your sister? August squints her eyes. Silence can be the best means of resistance. Stop it. Let me go. Haven't you damn mercs taken enough from us? Hear me now. You all end up dead under that wall. The whole lot of you. Alright, is anyone in the goddamn town gonna tell me? What the hell is this wall? Enough pretending. Whoever it is that hired you. We'll figure it out soon enough, so drop your weapon. Deputy Flynn, finally! You seem like a reasonable man, but...
Watch yourself. If you fire that gun, I'll have to turn you over to the state police.
Sure you want us poking into your background? I'm gonna guess you didn't bring a gun like that around here for hunting. He draws out each word as intentionally playing up his accent, but raises his tone at the end of every as an open question. You got that much right. It's not for hunting.
Really?
You arcanists, they ought to lock you folks up unless you're doing something useful for like working for a company. Well, you're here for your own, ain't you? No wonder you kicked up this fuss. Just like you're kind to fly off the handle. All feelings, no brains. I only came to look for a girl. Try again, ma'am. You ain't the first to come around with that old excuse. No one's buying it. So how about you drop that gun and come quiet like? Any new clues? So we don't know what the wall is right now. Stage 3. The hat and the pistol. Inside the deputy's office. Look, we got off on the wrong foot, but I don't mean to cause trouble. It's true, I'm a merc and an arcanist, but I ain't like what you think. Violence has never been my first choice. You want to explain the showdown at the bar then, ma'am? You and Adam have quite a confrontation at the front of everyone. First of all, I didn't provoke him. Show him the evidence that Adam made the first move. When they question me, I need to present clues that prove my point. see. Another one. So that wasn't it. Before you arrived, it was Adam who pulled the gun on me first. It seems like if I hadn't talked you down, we might be cleaning up Adam's blood from the bar counter if you didn't strangle him first. I was careful with my strength. He was still talking before you arrived, sir. Oh, so it ain't violence if you're controlling yourself? You had him in a headlock. You think it doesn't count just cause you didn't choke him to death? And before all that, he pointed his revolver at me, so I was only defending myself. Ask anyone there, they'll say the same. You talking witnesses? Yes, ma'am. There was indeed a witness. Ah, Miss Darrow, the fellow who ran off to report you after downing half his drink. That ring any bell? Yeah, it rings a few. What did he say? According to Mr. Darrow, when you arrived at the bar, you ordered a drink no one has heard of, blackjack. Did I get that right? You're not really a fancy whiskey sort of town, you know. Anyway, seems like after that, Adam got a little suspicious of who you were. Then, so I heard, you started brandishing your firearm. You were aiming to intimidate the bartender who keeps talking about the wall. Honesty? You don't seem like a smart girl. You should know that mercs aren't trusted most places, at least at all here. Then, to make things worse, you go prying into the story of the wall too? So what am I supposed to do for... clues. What was I supposed to look for? The info Darrow gave the deputy ain't entirely accurate. Thinking back on what the deputy said. So, then I heard you started brandishing your firearm. You were aiming to intimidate the barkeeper into talking about the wall. Sir, considering you're a deputy, I think you know better than to trust the testimony of a witness directly involved in the incident. So how exactly was Darrow involved in your dispute with Adam? Right as I sat down and ordered a drink, you or Mr. Darrow started hurling insults at me. Go on. You can head back to the bar right now and ask anyone here to confirm what really happened. At least you ought to get the full story, not just the rambling of a drunk that ran his mouth off at me. Is that so? What I heard was that you insulted our pal Adam, then threatened him for information about the Red Wall. That sound right to you? The Red Wall? I don't even know what the hell that is. Anyway, Adam and others said that they only defending themselves. Which is the opposite of your story. Who should I trust now? The Red Wolf theirs. What on earth is it? I'm the one asking questions here, not you. What? This is an interrogation. We're just having a friendly chat, aren't we? I answered the question of yours. Shouldn't you answer mine? This ain't a Sunday swap meet, ma'am. I could have just turned you over to the feds or one of the Arcane's management organization. But I didn't because I owed the victim an explanation. You already decided who to trust? So what's the point of this conversation? Because I want to know why you were pointing a gun at the local barman. And I already said I was defending myself, damn it. And I already said that he's claiming that he was the only one doing the same thing. Who will come here to look for... So until we reach a conclusion, it seems like I got to ask the same damn question again and again. was looking for anyway? Let's try this. Oh, failed. Let me try. Don't worry, start from. See. Wait, so did I do this board already? Unless I fed something to make things easy for you, am I right? Look, all I did there was ask about a girl with chestnut colored hair and green eyes. That's as far as I got before things went south. I don't know what else I can tell you. You don't understand English or something? One warning. Sit down, ma'am. What the hell happened in this dump? All this talk about some border wall and your attitude towards mercenaries? Have they robbed or killed the town folks or something? Let's say they did. That doesn't make me one of them. Please, take a seat. Listen, I got no idea what the whole red wall thing is all about. I'm serious. So, are we gonna stop pretending like everyone in the US of A knows about this effing scenic spot? Anyone who would call this dump a scenic spot would be out of their damn mind. So, you really know nothing about it? You think? Oh, just so you know, Deputy, I'm gonna knock on every door in this town until I get an answer. Look, you honestly know something, sir. You tell me what I need to know, and I'm out of here pronto. Otherwise, you have to deal with a merc wandering around your weird-ass one-horse town. I think you can figure out what sort of trouble I might get up to. Fine, I'll tell you something. The red wall is just a crumbled old wall in the woods. There was a string of murders there. Young girls with blonde or brown hair, roughly the same age and appearance and profile. All of them seem to have been killed in and around the woods. Well, I say seem to, and that's because we don't know what happened to most of them. Most of them just disappear. Skillfully extracting info. Well, that's a merc's bread and butter. So this is kind of new, so it's kind of tough. Question. So, what about the ones you did find? Any conclusion? Well, I seen to enough because most of them don't know what happened to them. If you need to refute or ask further questions, tap the hit button to locate the specific dialogue. Yeah, we managed to link them to a group of mercenaries, psychos if you ask me. We left those girls bloody and dismembered down by that wall. So, the red wall. Those veterans, they put their lives on the line and they fought for this country. Yet even after all that, they have to work as mercenaries to make a living. So I suppose you can see why I haven't taken a liking to you mercenary types. Tracing back the results of the range source. Ha. That's a 100-eye giant investigation method. Then, the reason you hate mercenaries is because of the awful thing they did here? You guessed the right of it. After living through war, I guess some soldiers forget how to live with peace. They couldn't pass the psychological exam of the police, and they didn't want to give up their dignity and live on government handouts. When you only have two options, you go back to fighting or live on the streets. It's an easy choice to make. I ain't gotta tell you what that does to a man's soul. The loss of status comes with loss of self-control. Huh, at least that's what a drink would say. That's it. That's why everybody's acting so cagey. What's it matter if I know about that wall or not? It seems stranger, believe me. See, I seen stranger. If you don't know about the wall, it's best you leave it that way. It's not worth asking for over. There. I answered your questions. Now, let's talk about your license. Oh, come on. You saw it yourself. My carry permit is genuine. And I ain't never served. Dude, that's something new in this game, and it was pretty tough. At least we got the hints. With the interrogation over, the deputy decides not to hold her any longer. Her gun, however, is constantly printing good behavior until she leaves town. Hey Dale, how's everything? Congrats on third. But August isn't about to walk out without her gun. Not ever. You're free to go, ma'am. So, good on. Skedaddle. I advise you not to go too far from town while you're here. It's dangerous out there, especially now that I got your piece.
I've got to go on patrol now. We'll talk later.
Fine. August nods, concealing an eye roll. As the deputy drives away, judging from his direction, she has a few hours before he's back. A small window of opportunity, but the work needs to be done. Huh. The sun's coming up soon. I have to bust myself back into the pig pen before daybreak. Having made a decision, August walks towards the edge of town. That is an old lock, a very goddamn old lock. Gotcha. Her one good eye becomes increasingly strained in the harsh darkness. She has to eat a precursor candle and wait for it to take effect. Let me see. Next second, the 100-eye giant is up again. Her sight becomes clearer. The mercenaries at least reaches the interrogation room. It took her more time and effort than expected to sneak in without being noticed. Fortunately, she has enough paracrasum candy. Where are you, baby?
There you are.
Did you find her gun? There you are, darling. I'll never let you out of my sight again. After securing her gun, she looks over the map of the town. This country is too small for archive. Anything that got on these murders is going to be stored here. I guess I have to poke around. Files and cabinets cover every corner of the room, but she doesn't have time to search them all. She needs a lead. Some fresh dandruff, new wrinkles, and creases, marks with less dust. Every detail tells a story. He must have opened these files right after I left. Ah. Small town security at its finest. Just like a stupid kid stuffing dirty magazines under his bed. Why bother with a safe? The dim table light forces her to maintain her arcane skill constantly. Her eyes become tired and sore, but she pushes on to find the real truth behind this red wall. Missing person, 1962. 1973. Car crashes. Drowning. She's close to the end of the file, with no hints about the red wall to be found. Serial murder.
Damn it.
No, wait. Her eyes goes blind again. She's accustomed to the feeling of its fading. Even so, she holds out for a little longer. Her time is running short. With her eyes functioning again, she picks up the pace. Broken wall. 1981. 1984. Walls of the San Diego Hospital. San Diego Hospital? A field hospital? So that's what the red wall is. No murders. This is weird. But nothing else mentions a wall. And that deputy only took this file out. There's gotta be something I'm missing. The red wall's location. Let me see. What? They didn't write it down?
Damn it.
But why? As August fixes over, something else draws her attention. A pouch lined with red thread, clearly intended to hold files. There is a scarlet seal on the pouch. She has no clues what it is or who it came from, but one thing's for sure, it's meant to keep you out.
There you are.
Looks like I hit the jackpot. Stage 4. Just a drink of water. August checks the pouch. August checks the pouch carefully. The deputy's name has been signed on the lower right corner of most files. Except one, just one, where his signature is on top. This gotta be something. She pops another 2 candies down as her eyes regains focus in the dark. If I break the seal off, it ain't going back on. F it. I'll just read it fast. August browsed the file at lightning speed. Her eyes shine brightly, too brightly perhaps, as she trickle a red pool under her eyelids. 1961, 1963, 1966. Missing hippie. Case closed. But not this one. October 1984. Ritual sacrifice found near the crime scene. Animal fur scattered around the scene. The blood is confirmed to be non-human. 1985. Texas Ranger officially takes charge due to slow progress. And after that, nothing. But there were still missing people around here, even up to last year. Keela, why did you come to this place?
God damn it.
All these cases, and they only solved 3 of them. Almost all the victims appear to have gone missing after being sighted near the Rio, but none of them seem to have been going to Mexico.
Kayla. No.
August stares at the files. Veins run up to her head and fists, like a nest of snakes ready to attack.
No.
If these humans can't find her, I'll do their job for them. I'm the only one who can. Alright, we're inside the bar. Good morning. I need a drink, and this time it's better be blackjack. You gotta wait, we ain't open. You again? Didn't the deputy run you out of town? I seem to recall I paid for a drink and never got it. Ain't it natural I come to collect what I owe? How about this? Hey, welcome everyone in town, and we see how long it takes for a merc to roast on an open flame. Geez, that's downright medieval. What's the plan? Good old-fashioned fire? Or you just gonna douse me with gasoline the American way? Cause I didn't bring any. Nearest gas station, 55 miles that way. I'll give you a ride. You nuts? Mama's right. All you arcanists are lunatics. You sound just like your deputy pal. You know that? Wouldn't be surprised if the gene pool here ran shallow. Besides, I wasn't the one acting like a nut, was I? Am I right, Adam? I don't know what you're talking about. Then let me make things clear. I'm talking about the broken wall in the woods. The woods? You're no different from those other mercenaries coming in here for what little added information you got, looking for a local guide. Buddy, it's nothing like that. In fact, thanks to you, I already got a bit closer to the information I really need from someone else. Turns out, it was a good thing you called your deputy pal. He gave me plenty of clues. You must have tricked him somehow. Who knows what kind of tricks people use. Listen, I'm happy to help you figure out what's going on at that damn wall. All I need is for you to tell me what I need to know. Then I'll leave. Simple as that. But now that I know what happened here, I understand your misgivings. It ain't just misgivings. You mercenaries are nothing but trouble. If it weren't for you, would that wall be called the Red Wall? If it weren't for you, would there still be these missing person? You think it's all because of those disappearances that the wall is called the Red Wall? If it weren't for you, would it... Let's see. It's the blood of those girls that stained the wall red. No other reason? Other than you mercs, what else could there be? Are you really gonna try to defend those murderers? Darn it. I don't understand why the deputy even let you out in the first place. Because I ain't got nothing to hide. But, Adam, there are things you haven't cleared up. As far as I see this town, ain't got any wacko beliefs. So what's with the weird ritual near the wall? The reaction is telling. Let's talk about this properly. Judging from your response, you know exactly what the rituals are about. I got my reasons, but without solid evidence, you're just making accusation. A hunter covered in bloodstains who often sells plates and meat to Adam. What are you gonna do with all those pelts you buy? You gonna tell me you folks wear fur in the heat? Or am I just guessing here? Might they not end up down at the red? Shut up! Shut up! Shut your damn trap! You know nothing about it, so don't you dare mention it again. Maybe not, but I do know a bit about you, Adam. And when it comes to that wall, you definitely know more than I do. I know your sister went missing near the Red Wall, and that's her case that was never solved, am I right? Get out. Get out of here. Don't make me draw on you again. I don't want to hurt you, ma'am. Bless your heart. You tried pointing that little revolver of yours at me yesterday, sweetheart. Dangerous move. Now hear me out, and I'll lay it on you straight. I need to find my girl, and you want justice for your sister. So, if you tell me more about the Red Wall, I'll do what I can to help that along. You know nothing about it. That was true yesterday, but after sorting through the clues, I reckon I know quite a bit. This one? Come on, I failed. Oh, I was supposed to lose it combined? Oops. Combine your clues and submit. Okay. I know it was you who left all the fur and blood around the Red Wall. I just can't grasp your motive. For as I can see, it's not going to be enough to keep girls from going missing. And it's certainly a ritual sacrifice, because I know a thing or two about those. And Buster, you missed the mark. So how about you tell me what I'm gonna wait? So how about you tell me what's going on? And I should trust you, some out-of-town merc, to figure things out after even the Rangers gave up? Yeah, still not buying it. Now, kindly get the hell out of my bar. You know I'm an arcanist, don't you? Yeah, so what? You trying to drive everyone crazy like you, huh? Fine, just kill me now and leave my body down by the wall. No, I mean, I got the ability your sheriff and the Rangers don't. My eyes can pick up trails that are untraceable but to human. To put it simply, I can find your sister's murderer just so long as there is enough information for me to track. But what I need is for you to tell me, where's the Red Wall? Ha! Begging your pardon, ma'am, but you're never gonna find it. What? You were half right. We didn't put all of that fur and blood up there for superstitious sakes. Of course not. They're just like those mercs. They thought it was all hokum, but they want to use that thing to cover up their crimes. They didn't pay any respect to the thing's territory, and so they got caught. It don't play games, and it don't kill like they do. Hold on there, partner. I know you ain't a carnius, but you're beginning to sound loopier than one. Now, what the hell are you talking about? Is this just another dodge? You don't understand it. You don't stand a chance against the skinwalkers. Ha! You made me think it was some kind of never mind. I'll ask you one more time. Wait, I'll ask you one last time. Where's the Red Wall? I ain't telling you that. So why bother telling me about it? You ain't trying to scare me away. Please, I'm not 6. Forget it. I'll go find someone else halfway sane. How so, Millie? How are they scary? They won't tell you either. So what? You're just saying I find a way to pull it out for you? You're that desperate, huh? Fine. We got ourselves a little rodeo today down at Dwayne's farm. I'll sign you up. What in Sam Hills? A rodeo? If you can stay up on that bull back for 10 seconds and survive, I'll tell you where to find it. Deal? It's a tall order. You want me to bet my life over this info? Fine, but then you gotta tell me more. Especially about your sister's case. Alright. Alright. So what's this bull called? So we're at the hour mark, so we'll take a quick break, I guess. If anyone needs to refill on drinks, snacks, or so. Alright, so we're back. So I'm not sure what for the ads should I like. I know it's every every 20 minutes is a 1-minute ad. But since I'm doing like if I take a break every hour. If I time it, I could probably do a break when the ads are rolling. But that's 3 minutes. Not sure if that's better or not. What do you guys think? I was looking at people's Twitter posts about the things, like how you just run the ads. Yeah, probably for next stream I'll change it to the every hour 3 minutes instead of every 20 minutes 1 minute. Alright, stage 5, blood and violence. So I'm doing pretty bad about the logics thing. So if I'm playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, I'll probably do bad at the questioning.
Huh.
Ha. Sweet Strawberry. Let's hope it's a fitting name. The rodeo is just a few old cowboys and ranchers standing around in a riding pen, modest in every way except for the bow. He is a 2-ton of rippling Texas beef covered in a gray scar, snorting hellfire and stamping before they even put a flank strap on. Whoa, whoa, easy there, big fella. I ain't stupid enough to challenge you. The bull knocks the side of the fence with its horn, aggressively, causing the crowd to step back.
Seriously.
Miss, I think you ought to reconsider your bet you made with Adam. Thing is, miss, this ain't a game. I see an old strawberry flying out men twice the size of you. It wouldn't do right for me to have to bury a clueless girl.
Oh, gosh.
So, you think your girl can't hack it, huh, do ya? Well, now I got one more reason to prove you boys wrong. Don't worry now. I ain't going to ask for a red cent after all this. I got my own reward lined up. Here are the reins. On the count of 3, you need to link it to the buckle of your back. Remember, now, don't get on until you make sure it's buckled tight. You gotta get steady as quick as you get up there. Grab the rope, hold on, don't think of nothing else. Not the horns, not the ground. As soon as your ass hits the back, the stopwatch starts counting. Enough with the lecture, Wade. The little lady clearly made an expert. Hand her the rope, and we'll see what God's got in store for her. Get along now. You know how much these lights cost to run. Is he going to show a picture of her riding it? A harsh beam of light shines on Argus' face, like deer caught on the highway. The whole thing seems unnecessary given its broad daylight. Still, she hops over the fence and grabs the ropes from below the bull's belly. It's coarse and heavy, liable to wear a hole in her glove as she makes it to the ends. You ready? Anytime now. Good. 1, 2, 3. Hit it! He swings the copper pipe down across the iron board to signal to start. And Argus, in an instant, Sweet Strawberry charges out towards the middle of the field. As she does, his back buckle down and up with a sounding force, and he begins to spin like a top. Argus clings hard to the rope and intertwines it around one of her hands. Each time the bull bucks, she twists another circle around. Hey, hey! Whoa, buddy!
3!
That's 3 seconds in. As she rocks her up, he actually bites down on her tongue. Realizing too late there's no reason you can never hear a bull rider yell. Just as he expected, the ropes are already cut through her gloves. It slices open the skin of her hand with the index finger to her thumb. 5! The 5th second passed. She loses all sense of sight and sensation behind pain. Her teeth are clenched, and there's no conscience yet through her head, only the instincts to hold on. The rope at least feels less coarse after being drenched in blood and sweat, but now it's slippery instead. She tries to hold on to it with all her might.
7!
The 7th second, it feels like if a pipe was hitting her brain instead of the board. Her muscles are exhausted and cramped. She begins shaking involuntarily. She can't hold on. Hang in there! The pipe hits the board for the 9th time. Argus can't help herself as she bucks again. Her grip fails as she flies off of the behemoth in a violent twist. Unfortunately, it's her shoulder that hit the ground first. The world becomes dark and silent for a second. Even so, she can feel the eyes of everyone around her. Her sharp sense saves her life once more as the bull turns around to stop on her. She opens her eyes and manages to rope up to her feet, evading his charge. Her arm is twisted, maybe broken, but she won't give up, not until she finds Kayla. Argus runs for her life, jumping the fence in a fluid motion before stumbling towards Wade.
Well...
Sweet Jesus.
No.
No effing way! She did it! Even the Texas State Champ only managed 8 seconds on him. What's my time? What is it?
Damn it.
Tell me. She yells in a hoarse voice. Her mouth is bruised and bloodied. 10 seconds, right? I made it. You all saw it?
Well...
You. Don't you dare fool me.
You got guts.
No. That was unbelievable, Lady Lily. It was 9. I didn't get to the 10th strike. What?
What the?
You can't be serious. I'm sorry, miss. Seems you lost your bet. But I gotta say, it was a ride for the legends. I've never seen anyone handle strawberry like you did. We'll tell Adam what we saw.
Huh.
Huh. As night falls again, silence returns to the town. 2 people are walking towards the shallow of the river. Argus hurt all over, not helped in the slightest by the post she punched after finding out her time.
After you reach the shallows, go straight ahead 200 yards. Then you'll see the half-iron gate. The red wall's right behind it.
You're on your own from there.
Hey,
Thanks. 9 seconds. I gotta hand it to you, ma'am. That took grit. The kind of grit you don't see much anymore. If only I had that. Forget it. Ain't gonna change nothing for me. But it was only 9 seconds. I lost a bet, so why you hold up the side of the bargain? Think of it as a consultant prize, because I still ain't telling you nothing about my sister. Besides, you gave me the prize money, so it's only fair. Good luck, ma'am. Thanks, I think I'll need it.
Hey,
Oh, another thing. You know, just because you sold up, you got grit doesn't mean you get a free reign here. Wayne's right upset about the damage you did to his fence. Fine. I've been out here for a long time. I know the boundaries. They bid a farewell goodbye before Argus continues her journey alone. The night grows dark fast, leaving her all but blind. But so, she simply follows her instinct. Fireflies offer brief bursts of light by Argus' wrists before swirling back into the brush. Argus stands in front of the iron gate, her vision still faint from even the help of the torch bugs. Her heart flutters as she passes through. The deep iron smell of blood is stronger here. She must be going the right way.
Keep your eyes peeled, Argus.
She takes out a Picaro candy and swallows it like a pill. There's no time for chewing. Even with the moon out here. Wait. But what was all over it? Come on.
And thence we came forth to see again the stars.
Argus casts her arcane skill while moving forward. Radiant flashes in Argus' eyes, showing her true color of the red wall. What? Blood? Why is there so much blood here? Stage 6. Never enough. Sure, the file says there will be blood and fur, but this is something else altogether. Am I saying things? The reality is more horrified than any she could imagine. She closes her eyes and opens them again, yet the scene remains unchanged. The blood is already dry, yet the odor is strong enough that it stings the air as she approaches.
Damn it.
That's real blood. Everywhere. These old stains, they oxidize human blood, but this fresh stuff is not from a human. It's the skin hair. She tries her best to recognize the bodies of their shapes.
God damn it.
Who skinned these animals? They did nothing to preserve them. Smells like hell warmed over. But this is a lot of fur. Could be more than what that hunter bought yesterday. All I know is a huge bundle. Looks like they were from large game too. August swallows another candy so she can examine the fur more carefully and compare them to her memory. Hair, deer hide, bear skin, raccoon, dog, or wolf. And fishes too, though only the scales are left. Could be to reflect some light? A veritable buffet of wildlife, but who told them skinwalkers like fur? They got their own.
But there ain't no blood or hair from Kayla. Good. Couldn't ask for better news than that, really. Wait,
This stain is fresher than others. Is that sheep blood? She doesn't approach the blood stain. She already knows how sticky it is. She has felt it before. The tan-skinned woman opened her arms, showing her sticky palms. Blood and abdominal fluid sticks to her skin and refuses to drop. I don't think it's gonna work, Kayla. Why? You're doing so well. This will be the last lamb. You gotta do it or leave it to me. The girl smiles with anticipation in her eyes.
Huh.
Look at my hands. I think that's gonna be a no. She shrugs her shoulders, shaking some of the blood off her hands. But I still don't get it. You said that life. I understand that. But if we don't help it get out and stand like its siblings, it ain't gonna make it. Its mama gonna stay here to protect it, and then them both get gobbled up by the skinwalkers. Weekend ooze are their favorites. They make the best disguises.
what?
A skinwalker? What? You don't know? Say it ain't so. Despite her words, she's laughing. You really ain't heard of it? Well, then it's up to me to tell you. So, a skinwalker is... let me put it this way. You ever get a feeling that someone you know was all of a sudden replaced? Like they look the same, but they ain't, you know? No.
I see through things, you know. People, too.
She stands up, whipping her hands down on her worn, patchy jeans.
But still, they might not be sharp enough to see through the camouflage of a skinwalker.
Look the same as humans, but they can take the skin of living animals and use them as like camouflage. That way, they can get real close so they can eat them alive and turn them into their own kind. They're the most feared hunter in the wilderness. It's just a story, even if it's real. Ain't no monster can hide from my eyes. And I got your back.
That's true. 100-eyed giants got my back.
Now let's help this little lamb, shall we? That's right. Ain't no monster can hide from my eyes. The crusher of candy begins to wear off again, and her sight fades. She recalls the word again as she was shivering the candy's aftertaste. People will leave fur and flesh over the scene of a crime on a hot day, hoping the skinwalkers will take their offering and leave them be, but no, it don't help none. These monsters don't ever stop hunting. It's in their nature. The bloody-eyed ox will be standing on its rear legs as it shows up that night, holding the fur dangling from its mouth like a banner. And it'll be a bloodbath all the same. Humans and animals, bodies piled together. All living things treated equally, no exception. A massacre that lasted a long time. Humans and animals, bodies piled together, just like this. But it didn't work. People are still disappearing.
I'll track it down myself. Whether the bastard's a merc or a skinwalker, I'll find it. Believe me, I will.
To be continued. Part 7. No one cares. Soon after the sun rises, Argus prepares to leave town. The fresh sheep blood was not part of the offering. It was left by the hands of the one who touched the old stain. The blood of the sheep matches the old stain from the humans down to the same mark and splatter. It had to be the same weapon, a machete, maybe even a chainsaw. This bastard used the same blade for killing sheep and dismembering its victims. But the murderer, at least one of them, made a mistake. A trail still visible to the mercenary, maybe even a bit too obvious.
Damn it.
This bastard must have returned over there and over to leave these trails, like a calling card painted in blood. Not a deputy, not a sheriff, not even the rangers could find them though. Only I can. Only I can. After recalling what she read in the files to exclude some of the suspects, August finds her jeep and hits the road again. She refuels her car whenever there's a gas station and buys fresh water and bullets whenever there's a store, just as she always does. Following the trail with her eyes, she drives into the distance.
Hey,
Hey, can you tell me? I don't know. I didn't even ask. I just don't know. I don't care who you are, or you ain't ordering anything, then move along. I got a full house of customers to serve. I do food, not chit chat. You're not hungry. You're in the wrong place. Give me a double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a milkshake. Whatever flavor will do. Can I ask a question now? Or do I gotta play a game of darts with y'all first? Yeah, what is it? It's about the place with the real tall smokestack at the south. The one facing the barbed wire. What? You mean the old nuclear power plant? Yeah, it's been abandoned. I'm just glad it's downstream from us. But what do I know? Maybe you want to mug a nuclear waste with your burger? I ain't kidding, but you said it was abandoned, right? So no one lives there? You got rocks in your ear, sweetheart? I said it's a nuclear power plant, not a condo. Yeah, no one lives there. They got soldiers from the base nearby that patrols around, but I don't see them much these days. The wild goose chase is frustrating. Coming up empty on every side feels like losing all the ships she had won so far with just one hand. Could this bastard be moving? I still haven't pinned them, but the trails don't lie. August's search is not without some through. If nothing else, she can tell you its path are random. The trails lead all over the state. She has to take the idea of being a skinwalker into serious consideration. Moving randomly, but always on the outskirts of the farm, small towns, and remote places. So what? I gotta bring salt and holy water with me now? She chases him through thoughtless towns and farms, but no luck. Yet somehow, trail always appears just when Argus thinks she's lost track of them.
damn it.
Argus smashes the wheel violently, yet the jeep horn lets out only a pitiful whistle. At the same time, her fist feels like a dull pain, which makes her wonder what she is doing. Is this a fool's errand? The murders could be anyone, but still the 100-eyed giant can't find it.
No.
No. No, it's not. Of course, she will not admit it. Argus puts the question behind her and leans forward for the next sight.
Damn it.
It's busted. The thief fails to turn on the 10th try. Sudden visions of her strangling the swarming worm of used car dealers that sold her the lemon appears in her head. And in the middle of nowhere, really? Let me guess. Wait, let me see. The nearest town is almost 200 miles away from here. She has searched almost every town from the Gulf to the Rockies, and then some. August has to accept the fact that she might have failed.
Is that it? I've already searched the whole of Texas. Then is this bastard dead already, or is he still on the run? I guess that would explain all these goddamn clues.
But ain't no way Skinwalker runs away from Merc out of fear. The clues were so obvious at the beginning, as if someone planted them, and I chased them like good little bloodhounds. But as soon as I left the south, they got unstable. Maybe chaotic. The closer I got to the state line, the worse it got. But the trails never disappeared completely. They twinkled like stars in her eyes, always provoking her. Always just out of reach. Eventually, all those clues guide her north towards Colorado. Just as she's about to cross the Oklahoma Panhandle, but that was before her car broke down. Now, fate makes fun of the dog mercenary by shrouding her in the morning mist. But it can't be wrong. She can't hear her confidence fading away from her voice. I can't. Yes, just keep going, Argus. Just keep going. Keela was here. She was in that town with the red wall. I must have missed something. I need to catch this bastard if I have any chance of finding her. Just keep going. So what if the car's broken? I still got 2 feet. Argus stitches the lemon right where it broke down, packed her stuff, and started walking into the vast prairie. All she carries with her is her determination and some basic survival equipment. It's been many long hours since she started walking.
Huh.
Nothing but sage bushes and tumbleweeds. Not a farm, not even a town in sight. To sum it up, I'm in no man's land. At least I can say is there's no skinwalker. If only there's no skin around to walk in. Unless they were borrowing the skin of an old hermit. She knows the time by the angle of the sun, and her location by the nearby plant life. Wherever else she's headed, she's still on the trail on her targets. But still, she has no idea who it could be. A place as desolate as this only appeals to antisocial psychos and light outlaws. It's going to get close tonight. Better speed up. She grips her gun even tighter, forgetting to stop and breathe. She waits a while and then presses forward again. To stay alert and rational after traveling a great distance is not easy for anyone, much less for anyone with night blindness. It's all too easy to miss hidden danger lurking underfoot. What happened? Did we get attacked? Argus clenches her teeth, trying to hold in a pain scream just because this trap didn't catch an animal. Doesn't mean it's safe. Far from it. Oh, did she get caught in a trap?
God damn it.
She tries her best to keep in her pain while moving to the nearest trunk. She sits down slowly and straightens out her wounded leg. It was a simple spring trap, but painfully effective. Argus leans forwards and down to her trapped leg, but she almost fumbles in the dark, moving her hand inch by inch, hoping to find the release. Oh please, goddammit, I don't want to waste candy on fixing this mess. A few more moments of pain passes before she gives in. If she can't see, she's liable to do more harm than good. Argus takes out a candy and swallows it, then leans forward again to examine the mechanism. Its structure is crystal clear now. There you are. She hooks her finger around the spring and pulls it out.
Damn it.
Takes a deep breath and attempts to stand. Ain't no time
Ain't
to
no
take a
time
break.
to take a break. Gotta go as far as I can before the effects completely wear off. At least through to the other side of this forest.
Someone must have put the trap here, and if so, he must be nearby. Sorry it didn't catch any dinner. Only one dumbass merc.
God damn it.
She staggers as she walks forward, but pushes against the pain until she reaches a point that she can't help but cry out with each step.
Huh.
What the hell am I doing? She questioned herself. The candy effects tapers off. August keeps her eyes wide open, but in the darkness only sees vague and blurry shapes. She stumbles forward for a time until the sound of footsteps breaks her stride. Wait, what? Footsteps that are followed by the loud cracks of a rifle. One of the bullets swifts by her ear. Something huge behind Argus falls to the ground in the heat. She looks back instantly. A bear? The familiar scent of animal fur and blood rushes up to her nose. It reminds her of the red wall, but she has no time to think about it. She swivels to the source of the bullet and raises her gun to return fire. Is that the Russian guy again? Yes, a bear. What are you doing here, lady? Who? August sees a blur of orange and yellow. The man speaking to her seems to be carrying a lamp. Who are you? You stepped in my trap. A tetanus shot.
И это...
Besides,
это твое?
is this yours? I don't know what the hell you're saying, comrades, but back off. August can feel that the source of heat takes a few steps back, hands trembling. She tries hard to keep her guns raised, but takes out 2 candles. Wait, was it candles or candies? Candies, I think. She chews them hard, almost garshing, hoping it will make them take effect faster. You! The medicine takes great effect, and gradually her view clears, giving her the image of a familiar, tall, thin man. It's you! Now she understands the target's odd patterns. It wasn't a strategy. He was following the hunting season, following his prey. So that's how he does it. You.
Что ты пытаешься здесь добиться?
What are you trying to achieve out here? Argus is shocked. All the dots connect at once. It was never a skinwalker at all. You're just some guy from somewhere. Where did you even come from? Moscow or something? Are you from the immigration office? God damn it, I don't speak Russian. Do you know any English? Look, if you can, raise your hand and say something I will actually understand. To make him understand, August slightly lifts her gun. Is this yours? The man hands over a piece of paper.
What?
August has dropped her flight ticket without ever noticing it. The hunter picks it up and returns it to her. A simple act of kindness, which nevertheless lights a fuse.
Put it down. I said, put it down.
Argus steps forward aggressively, her guns poking the man's chest. Why? You murderer. Her hands tremble violently. She can barely hold the gun straight. Huh? This is yours. He's right about that. Argus just snatches the flight ticket from his hands and puts it away. Her breathing is staggered, but the wound on her leg is burning with pain. Her ears are tingling from the headache. She has to stop thinking and focus on her goal. You look for me? FBI? Mercenary flashes a fake badge in front of him, but the hunter just seems more confused. You're under arrest. I'll serve you the warrant once we get back to the station. Any station. The badge has come in handy before. Great for scaring random civvies into compliment. But this man, serial killer, skin changer, whatever, he seems immune. She's taking a risk, but her goal is not to kill the target after all. Why? I'm investigating a murder case, a serial killer. And unfortunately, you're the prime suspect. I'm taking you back to San Lagardo, the town of the Mexican border, remember? Alright, take care, Panzer. Have good luck at work. You got a lot of explaining to talk to the deputy. That red wall. To be continued. So stage 8, or part 8, the color of apricots. There's another one of these interrogation things. Alright, put down your drink. Wait, put down your drink first. What did I say? I'm gonna get to the bottom of the red wall and the skinwalkers. Ain't that the northern girl? Still playing detective? I got my own methods of investigating. Oh, interesting. I'd like to see what you uncovered. Do you really know about the red wall? Yeah, we live here. We know all about the red wall and everything that happened there. Everything? No question? Everything, really? Man, everyone here knows about your mercenary buddies. What your mercenary buddies did. You mean the murders? That's right. Even the kids know about it. Even now, the blood seems fresh there. Let's use this one. Sir, I'm telling you, you don't know the full story of the Red Wall. Well there, hold your horses before you start going on about these so-called strange occurrences. You really reckon you know more about the Red Wall than us locals? Why don't you hear me out? I told you, I got my own methods. I found an interesting file in your friendly local deputy's drawer, a file containing a bunch of case records. One of the most recent ones suggests there's evidence of a ritual. A ritual? Who performed a ritual there? Are you saying that's what all the blood was for? Exactly, but it weren't human blood. The blood and the fur came from the animals. Think about it, folks. Fur and meat. You talking about the old hunter fella? The very same, but he wasn't the one doing the ritual. Isn't that right, Adam? Hey, Abby. How's everything? Adam? Hey, Adam. Are you hiding something from us? What could I possibly know? I tell you what. There's not a single local around here that wants to go near the godforsaken place. Unless they got something to do with the brewing brews. Let's see. I guess this guy. Some things demand a conclusion to be drawn. Back to what you think you know, the mercenaries' murders. Adam's sister was one of the victims. Wait, when you talking about the rituals, how did we end up back on the Mercs? What's the connection? Is there something else going on? Don't you worry, sir. I aim to demonstrate that connection is full. Let's see. What was that one? No, now I hope you realize I ain't asking these questions to shoot the breeze. I got an angle. I have an arcane tracking skill that helps me follow the evidence. I visited the red wall and I saw it was covered in fresh animal blood and pelts. Some of the animal blood has the same rusty stain of old human blood. They both came from the same tool, a machete or even a chainsaw. So what? You're saying these mercenaries are no longer killing people, but instead using animal parts for a ritual? This may be tied to a particular religion. The Skinwalkers. You heard of them, haven't you? Instead of Skinwalkers, people will lay down pelts and the blood. And the red wall is perfect spot for it. The bodies of humans and livestock mixed together. The rituals use this in the hope of sanitizing the Skinwalkers. Meanwhile, your killers use it to cover their tracks. But you still ain't told us who was performing these rituals. Who could it be? Not be merged. Who could it be? Thanks for the hydrate. Let's see. It has to be him. And somebody else. Nope. Maybe I don't know everyone who has been there, but I didn't know one of you has. Adam, where did all the pelts the hunter sold you go? With all the commotions yesterday, I'm sure a lot of people noticed our little exchange and the one you made prior. Adam, are you hiding something? I did place those pelts there. I wanted to keep this town safe from those monsters. I wasn't going to let what happened to my sister repeat itself. Alright, gentlemen. Putting our barkeep's motive aside, the real source is already out in the open. There's someone else closely connected to all of this. The hunter. He ain't around here, is he? Yes. Do you happen to know where he lives? No. He don't speak much. We just buy his fur. Could it be? That's right, folks. While I was tracking down the killer, I ran into him in the footsteps of the Rockies, a loner from parts unknown. And those fur testify to his skills as a hunter. What's more, his whole place up north is surrounded by traps. He's got the mean, the opportunity, and he fits the profile. Now, we just have to trust the deputy to get the truth out of him. I can't believe it. He's one of the killers? He didn't talk much, and you wouldn't think it, but you trusted him. Bought pelts, stocked firewoods from him, even let him stay during the winter instead of sending him back to the mountains. How could he do such a thing? If you ask me, it all makes sense. He set up the red wall and spread rumors of the skinwalkers, all to sell us pelts and for a pretty penny. Damn it, in the end, it's all about money. I know, bring me 2 more cases of beer. See, that's what they think. What about you? You've been quiet. Do you not think he's the one who killed your sister? I don't see things your way. I don't know. Can you explain again how you found him? Using your arcane eyes or whatever? Does that even count as evidence? Are you worried he might get off? Don't worry, he won't. He didn't cover his tracks that well. They eventually found something. Ain't nobody got to kill without leaving a trace. I got him because I could see the evidence clearly. Adam, beer. Hold your horses. Adam leaves the counter, putting an end to the conversation. August has arrived in San Diego at midnight. After leaving the hunter to the deputy's office, she dressed her wound again and then returned to the bar. As the investigation reopened, the news that she caught the murder spread throughout the town like a prairie fire. Now she's sitting at the bar, finally sipping on the blackjack she's paid for days ago. She isn't in a rush to ask about Kyle just yet. For now, she's enjoying the moment. Same way she did when she saved the girl the first time. Though, she was just a baby then. Hey, Adam, Darrow. Did you hear? The Rusher got away. What? You can't be serious. Rusher? Oh, you mean the hunter? Who let him go? He can't have been the deputy, right? If he let him go, he must have his reason. Yeah, the deputy, and I like how they dealt with the mercs. Seems like he didn't bring in the rangers. Time. Wade shirtles when he noticed Argus.
Well...
Argus grabs her gun and stands up. She doesn't seem to pay attention to Wade's words. Excuse me. Where are you going, miss? The deputy let him go. What can you do?
You got guts.
Look, I saw you in action. You're the best bull rider and merc I ever known. I don't doubt You must have cracked the whole heck of cases.
But you got the wrong guy this time.
That's what the deputy said. Anyway. Enough, Wade.
Enough.
The hunter didn't leave the town after being released. He went somewhere Argus visited not long ago. Argus follows the trail to the shallow before the forest. She already knows where the destination is. A broken iron gate. And behind that, the red wall. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Despite the wound in her leg shooting stabs of pain across her body, Argus runs across the shallow and enters the woods. She rushes towards the red wall without stop. The forest looks like a bit different from what she remembers. Given that she only saw blurs that night, it's no surprise. But Argus isn't focusing on her surrounding, just the trail. He went that way, then. He ain't heading for the red wall? Wait. There's another wall. It's the red... No. It's almost the same, but it ain't the red wall. That wall looks much worse.
God damn it.
Where'd he go?
Ты ищешь меня.
You're looking for me?
Damn it.
The mercenary lowers her guns and points it at the man, who appears as if from nowhere.
You're looking for me.
Back off, nice and easy. The hunter does what she says. Further. Then, if I go, then you cannot hear me. I need to fix you to listen. I'm here to take you down. Before that, I need to know.
This is the red wall.
What? You understand English, yes? This is the red wall. Did I say wrong? No, it can't be.
I've seen the red wall. It's covered in your victim's blood and the marks you left to boast about your slaughter. You even tricked their family into buying your fur.
Why? Why do you do it? This is the red wall. It has nothing you say. Look.
No.
She doesn't intend to follow his instructions, but she cannot help herself. The wall is dyed red with apricots. The juices, which has to have been poured less than 24 hours ago, flows down like blood, as if it was unexhaustible. No bloodstains, no fur, only red juice and rotten plum. The apricots are piled on the bottom of the wall, all smashed up, laughing up 100-eyed giant. No. This ain't the red wall.
You covered it up, cleaned up the crime scene, and someone helped you.
August almost drops her gun. She steps forward and grabs the hunter's collar, dragging him close to the wall. She wishes somehow to see the bloodstains and dead fishes that has been there before.
Someone helped you, didn't they? Just look at the wall. The proof's all there. I can almost see exactly how you ripped those people apart. Someone must have helped you. No doubt about it. Otherwise, you couldn't have done it so fast. Not without leaving evidence behind.
The hunter says nothing to defend themselves. He just tilts his head and reaches out for the uppercut that looks relatively intact. You. What are you doing?
This is an abricos.
He shows the apricot to Argus. It has rotted away on the inside and turned black.
This is cattle hide.
He points at the rope hung at his waist. This is the red wall. Then he points at the broken wall covered in apricot juice. No, no. It can't be. That is all. Simple truth. What kind of simple truth is that? I don't get it. What in the goddamn are you even talking about? If
all those marks were just apricot pulp. But there's no way. Apricots ain't red. And I smelled blood.
the hunter shakes his head, he looks at the red wall and bites the apricot in his hand. I do not know.
Where I come from, abricos can be red sometimes. Red signifies beauty. It's a good color. And this. У тебя тоже есть красная стена, не так ли?
You have a red wall too, don't you?
You have a red wall too.
What do you mean I have a red wall?
I have...
It hurts. Argus, you come to me.
What do I have? The red wall. Did I fail to see through it? But was it the red wall that I didn't see through? Or... Kayla ain't here.
Here, never mind.
Look on the bright side. At least I found this ticket.
Argus looks at the sky. She still remembers that she's gone through in the motel. She still remembers the sticky feeling that oozed from the mirror. To prevent herself from rubbing hands pointlessly, Argus checks the ticket again. From Fort Worth to Houston. The passenger name is right. This is the best clue so far. If the information is all correct, Kayla must have come through Houston. But that can't be her final destination, I guess. She never liked big cities. The buses travel between cities and the countryside twice a day.
Damn it, Kayla. Where on earth are you?
And that's the end of her story. Let's do the surveys. Wait, what? Wrong thing. Okay.
Join with us, comrades.
This book? Or this one? To the right.
Wait a sec.
this book?
Guns
Or
loaded.
this one?
Trail's still warm.
Like a metaphor?
Weak hide was fun.
To transcribe.
Don't waste my time. You're a hard nut to crack.
Take a deep breath.
Guns loaded.
This book? Or this one? To the left. I can't read it. To read. Shine. Careful with the pages.
I always hit my mark.
Like cupping the moon in the palm of my
really
hand.
do this? You can run, but you can't hide.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky. Now it's easier to understand. Like a metaphor?
You're a hard nut to crack.
Are we really doing this?
Guns loaded.
I will remember your sacrifice.
Trail's still warm.
Great. No mistakes.
Don't mess with Texas.
For the good of all.
The trail was all too obvious.
That didn't finish it.
You're a hard nut to crack.
Did I miss something? We share the same dream. Are we really doing this?
Guns loaded.
To the left. To a brighter future for everyone. Time to turn the page.
Don't waste my time.
Reading complete.
The red wall.
Was I?
Wait, it was only one? Wait, are we only supposed to do it once? What she said. Alright, so, okay. I thought there was gonna be 4 stages with the easy and the difficulty, but it only shows one thing. I collected everything, right? Not sure why it's still bouncing. So survey is okay. That's the last one left. Okay, so U2TU is next, but we'll take I guess I missed time the break, the ad break. So I'm gonna get more water. So be